Thank you very much for making a date on today's edition of the Marketplace. Welcome back. Let's start with this story. Chief Executive of Casa Trasacco, local dealers in modern home furniture products, Massimiliano Tariconi, has dismissed claims that it charges higher prices on its products as compared with other players within the industry. According to him, Casa Trasacco has instituted a campaign to get many Ghanaian homes with quality products to avoid over-expenditure on products that do not last long. Tariconi spoke to Joy Business in an exclusive interview about the campaign.
Giant discount campaign. We are discounted by minimum 50% up. We can have even 80% discount for all available stock. So for all furniture that are available here, like kitchens, bathroom, tiling, sofas, bed, living room, wardrobe, accessories, everything.
And why are you doing this?
Well, you know, there is an old topic that say that because we call Trasacco, we are expensive. And for me, you know, I want to show that our motto is a part of all of us. Casa Trasacco is a part of all of us. That means that everybody can buy something at Casa Trasacco. So I want to reach two goals with this giant sale. So the first goal which I want to reach is to, of course, clear the stock. And we have a lot of good stock that is freshly arrived. So we have many to give to our customer.
Let's turn our attention now to the banking sector, where firmly stabilizing the cedi and reducing cost of credit are some of the issues set to dominate discussions as the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana begins meeting on the health of the economy today. The committee would also be reviewing the health of the economy and taking decisions that would impact interest rates. But why are these issues coming up at this meeting? We have the details in this report.
The Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana, which is chaired by Governor Dr. Ernest Addison, will this morning be receiving data from the Technical Committee, which would influence decisions that they would take over the next 2 days. For some, the cedi would come up strongly because of some movements that we have witnessed over the past weeks. From an average quote of 5 cedis 14 pesos, it is now trading at around 5 cedis 22 pesos. Therefore, one would want to look at whether some monetary measures can be introduced to halt this problem. Again, the governor of the Bank of Ghana had in recent times made a strong case for some further cuts in the policy rate, which currently stands at 16%. He had, however, maintained that the rising non-performing loans may affect efforts to reduce the rate. Further reduction in policy rates could help reduce the cost of credit, which is currently hovering around 25%. We would also be looking forward to what the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana has to say about the debt stock and how the country is faring in the area of export earnings. Well, let's wait for Monday's press conference by the Governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Now joining us in the studio with Joy Business Research and Analyst Philip Namfuru. He's going to give us some education on MPC, that's the Monetary Policy Committee, and other related matters. Philip is here. Philip, good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Howard.
So what exactly is the Monetary Policy Committee?
Okay, so it's a unit within the Bank of Ghana, or a committee within the Bank of Ghana that has a key role in ensuring that there's price stability, that's inflation. So checking the level of inflation. That's in summary what the Monetary Policy Committee meets to do. But I've prepared an infograph with bits of information of what they do, who makes up the Monetary Policy Committee, and how many times they meet. So let's take a look at that first.
All right, so those are some tidbits of the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank. Now, Philip, what more can you tell us about the MPC?
Okay, so it's the committee, like you said. They meet 6 times a year: January, March, May, July, September, and November. When they meet, they are supposed to use a monetary policy rate, which we are very accustomed to ensure that there's a certain level of inflation within the economy. So they use that to steer the level of money supply in the economy. That should influence the level of credit in the economy and to influence the level of goods and services that are demanded by you and I. So that's exactly what they do. Their overall aim is to ensure that inflation is in check.
Now, it's also become synonymous with interest rates. Anytime they announce policy rates, we want a translation into interest rates. Why is it so?
Okay, so currently interest rates, average interest rates in the economy, lending rates stand about 27.8%. Now, the monetary policy rate is supposed to influence what banks give you and I, and that will influence the level of credit in the system and then the level of goods and services. Now, last year in April 2018, the Bank of Ghana, together with the Ghana Association of Bankers, put together the Ghana reference rate, which is supposed to make markets or lending rates more market friendly. Prior to that, we were using the base rate model. But I put together again what the Ghana reference rate is about. Let's take a look at that and then we'll have the conversation going on from there.
All right, so any more information about the MPC, its relationship with, especially the policy rate, is it automatic that when we have a lowering of the policy rate, we should have a lowering of cost of credit?
Okay, so I've put together the components of the monetary policy, of the Ghana reference rate, I beg your pardon. There are 3 main components. The monetary policy rate, that's 1. The 91-day treasury bill rate, that's 2. And then the interbank lending rate. So these 3 components affect the lending rates in the system. So banks are supposed to refer to, that's why it's called the reference rate. Okay. So you refer to the reference rate, then from there you have your lending rate by adding a premium or subtracting a premium to that Ghana reference rate. Currently it's 16.11. It's computed on a monthly basis. I want us to look at that Ghana reference rate I put together and see the breakdown for it.
So those were the features of the Ghana reference rate. So what makes up lending rates as we speak now?
Okay, so it's derived from the reference rate. And if you look at our infograph, 40% of the weight is attributed to the monetary policy rate, 20% is to the interbank rate, and another 40% to the 91-day treasury bill rate, which is discounted by the cash in vote and then the cash reserve ratio. That's not necessary for us now. But basically, if the monetary policy rate moves and then the treasury bill rate moves, then we should have a lower reference rate that's moved downwards, which will translate into lending rates. But it takes some time for this to really transmit. That's where the governor uses the term transmission mechanism. Also, at the CEO summit, the governor mentioned that the non-performing loans are biting to the lower lending rates we want to see. Exactly. So till the banks steady that, and till we have a downward trend of these 3 components of the Ghana reference rate, interest rates will trend where they are, and that's 27.8%. If these things go downwards, then we have positive and low lending rates.
Thank you very much for that financial education. And I was Philip Namfuri, our research analyst. Let's turn attention to the aviation sector now. The Minister for Aviation, Joseph Kofi Adda, has blamed Amalgamated Design Consultants, the company that worked on Terminal 3 project, the recent flooding of parts of the newly constructed project. It has raised, there's a section of the public have raised some concerns with the structural works. This follows some videos circulating in social media showing portions of the tarmac and arrival areas of the Terminal 3 building inundated by flooding. Speaking to Joy Business, the Minister for Aviation assured that his office is working with the management of the Airports Company Limited to have the contractors reconstruct the drainage at the terminal.
This is the third time the area has flooded since its opening last year. The 270 million Terminal 3 project was undertaken by Turkish company MAPA Construction, MNG Holding, under the direction of the Ghana Airports Company Limited and the Ministry of Aviation. The new terminal came with a boosted capacity to process 1,250 passengers, a large retail and commercial area, and 7 air bridges. The facility has been hailed for the improved aesthetics and other features. However, these praises were short-lived when some lapses were revealed in the heavy rains. The situation took another turn last Monday when the rain submerged the tarmac as well as portions of the arrivals of the terminal building. Commenting on the issue, the Minister for Aviation laid the blame at the doorsteps of the consultants, Amalgamated Design Consultants.
I'd like to state emphatically that I think this is a shortcoming of the consultants. Consultants, Amalgamated Design Consultants, who should supervise the designs and the construction of the T3. What we're seeing is provision for drains that have not made enough openings in there to take the water that's coming from the air side into drains just before the terminal building. And so the water slopes down and should go into the drains and then roll down to a major drain. That doesn't happen. There are very tiny apertures on those drains, whereas underneath those apertures, the bigger drains that could take a lot more water.
The minister, however, assured that the airport company, together with the contractors, would possibly reconstruct the area.
Took a visit to the site and looked at it. The airport company, led by the MD, is also reviewing that along with the consultants to see how to redesign and reconfigure that place. I think there's a need to reconstruct that. I think that's a default thing that should be taken care of by the MAPA construction firm. I think the consultants have to be responsible for that, and we're hoping that they would consider this seriously and do what they need to do to improve on it. Fortunately, we're still within the deferred liability period, and so MAPA is responsible for that.
For now, the Terminal 3 is still exposed to flooding as the heavy rain set in.
Now, business owners have been advised to choose the health and well-being of their employees over profits. According to the Corporate Affairs Manager of Blue Skies Company Limited, Alistair Jamte, a healthy and happy workforce will in turn boost productivity for any business. Joy Business Sarah Josu has more in this edition of the Joy Business Health and Wellness series with the Blue Skies Company.
They go all out to ensure that you can afford the luxury of enjoying healthy beverages. In today's edition of the Joy Business Health and Wellness series, I get to hang out with the staff of Blue Skies Company. We'll find out how well they know their health, and we'll also speak to the management on the health and wellness measures they've put in place to secure the well-being of their staff. It is widely known that being in work is good for people's health and well-being, but it's increasingly being recognized that a healthy workforce is beneficial to employers too. Alistair Jamte is the Corporate Affairs Manager of the Blue Skies Company, and he emphasized that by creating a safe and healthy environment for employees, work-life balance and productivity can be attained to positively impact the business.
I think as a business, that's our major focus. We are a human-centered organization, actually. Apart from making profit, we don't believe that we need to make profit at all costs. We don't believe that we need to make profit at all costs. I think one of the things that as a people, it has eluded us in this country is that maybe we need to have a national discussion on that. Our position on the wellness and the health of the people, I think in Ghana, human life is not... If you travel outside, even the way people are concerned about their dogs and their cats and their birds and their chicken, if you come to Ghana, our national policies don't support it. They are not carved in a way to ensure that people have a very good life. For us as a business, we think the most important aspect of this business is the human resource that we have. And if we can protect it, and we can ensure that people have very good health, then productivity will be something we'll be considering. So, yeah, profit is good, but our concern is to make sure that the people that will bring you the productivity they live in a very good health. So we need to support our staff. We need to be concerned about the health care of the people, the wellness of the people, and ensure, thanks to GIZ, we have gone through a process of having an employee well-being program, which ensures that it cuts across from your financial well-being, your health, everything is protected so that people would comfortably work. And then that will reduce the productivity that we expect from them. And that's where we will say that we have made a very positive profit, that it should be to the benefit of the people.
To further motivate the staff of Blue Skies Company to keep healthy, the company put certain measures in place. HR manager for Blue Skies, Emily Adubuatin, gave us the details.
Currently, we employ about 3,500. Percentage-wise, we have 61% being women and 49% being men. And with ensuring the health care of our staff, we have a health post on site where we have a visiting doctor who comes to site twice a week. We have trained nurses, qualified nurses, who also takes care of their first aid cases. Cases beyond them are referred to the government hospital where we have a company doctor there who attends to them. Some of the departments that they work, dispatch, they do a little bit of lifting. As a result, we have a physiotherapist who also comes to site twice a week to ensure that those who have aches and pains are also attended to. In terms of their medical bills, whenever we refer them and they come with their medical bills, we pay as well. We go further by ensuring that they join the Keep Fit club that we have, where we have trainers that the company has trained, that they do Keep Fit every Thursday to ensure that they are very fit to work for us. With the medical bills, as I said earlier, we pay whenever they bring them to us. So we ensure that they are healthy at all times. At the canteen too, we provide them with food, and the company cook the food, and the company cooks the food by themselves, where we have a manager who is in charge of that, ensuring that they take healthy diet as well. So we do all this to support their health.
Nurse on duty at the Blue Skies Company Health Post, Sandra Kofi, explained how having a clinic on site curbs absenteeism.
Here in Blue Skies, we have found that it has been very beneficial because in a way, it reduces absenteeism. A lot of people will say, I went to the government hospital, and you know, with our healthcare system now, you spend hours at the hospital before you even see a doctor, yes. But once they come in here, they are offered prompt services, and the care is good. They are given free medication. You don't have to buy. Even if you buy, if it is prescribed from the clinic, the company pays for it. Yes, so a lot of them prefer to even come here than go out to other hospitals. So I would encourage other companies, if they can, to have a clinic on site. Yes, there's that aspect that some staff can abuse it, but when you put measures in place, you can streamline the usage of the clinic by the staff. Yes.
Before any employee of the Blue Skies Company settles for their shift duties, they have a ritual they perform. They have to take a bath, change into scrubs before making any contact with the fresh foods. Indeed, they are a health-conscious company. It was a busy and rainy day for the workers, but that didn't prevent us from testing their knowledge in health.
So when we say good health and well-being, how do you interpret good health and well-being?
Good health and well-being is the way you take care of yourself, the way you eat, the way you exercise, and the way you do your things.
So how many minutes should one exercise in a day?
At least 30 minutes a day.
Okay, and how many cups of water or how many glasses of water must one drink in a day? 8
glasses, I think so.
Good health and well-being. Well, actually, I'll explain it like how you live good life so that you be healthy.
Vitamins, minerals, fiber and fats. Which one of these are not considered nutrients?
Fiber.
Which part of the human body facilitates breathing?
Which part of it?
The human body facilitates breathing.
Stomach.
Name 2 fruits which fall under citrus fruits.
Citrus fruit. Pineapple.
And what else?
Orange.
What measure can you put in place in your homes or surroundings to prevent malaria?
Keep the environment clean.
STD is an acronym. When we say STD, what does it mean?
Sexually transmitted disease.
What is cholera?
Cholera. By running, you run. If you don't keep your environment clean, if you don't drink clean water, you get cholera.
Okay, and what are some of the ways we can prevent cholera?
By keeping your environment clean, by drinking good water, by eating good food.
Name the 6 killer diseases.
6 killer diseases. House fly and hots, mouse, and what again? 6 killer diseases: house fly, mouse, and hots.
Such interesting answers. This is where we draw the curtain on today's edition of the Joy Business Health and Wellness series. Reporting from the Blue Skies Company in Dobro in Sawam for Joy Business, I'm Sarah Josu.
Very, very interesting piece there by Sarah Josu. And this is why you really have to know your health status and all other issues related to health. And of course, the Joy Business Health and Wellness Trade Show opens on the 31st of this month and ends on the 1st of June at the National Theatre. Make a date for your health benefits. And that's all in this edition of the Marketplace. Many thanks for your company. My name is Emmanuel Apuachi.